How has the Northern Irish accent changed over time? Let's dive straight into it. In June 1968, Brendan Adams, the curator of languages at the Ulster Folk Museum, travelled to the southern shores of Lough Neagh. While he was there, he visited two schools, Ardmore and Derrytrasna. In the schools, he recorded interviews with the primary school children about the summer, folklore, popular songs, and they also read a list of words. In doing so, he was capturing the time, the place, and the accent of the County Armagh section of the Lough Shore. Having digitised the recordings, Mr. McAnallen and his team set about finding some of those children, now a little older, with a view to playing them the tapes. Recently, an event took place in the garden at St Mary's Primary School in Derrytrasna, which brought together some of those boys and girls who are now men and women. The school reunion event served the double purpose of interviewing the current generation of pupils in the Derrytrasna school, many of whom were surprised by the degree to which local accents had changed. Let's have a listen. What do you reckon? Have the accents changed?
Finn McCoo and another gent was fed. Finn took a sword from Ireland and threw it across to England, but it landed in the middle of the Irish Sea.
I got all three of them out and put them back in the Bobby house. I went into the house to paint. When I looked out of the window, I saw that my auntie and uncle were there.
I went in at about 7 or 8 o'clock and saw the Western and other things on the television. Then I played with my cousins. Every one day we go for a swim. There are some places in the loch where the water is deep. They are called sandhills. I like the hay weather because the nights are warm and short.
I was really happy to hear myself because living around here we had all such a happy childhood.
It was strange, probably a wee bit emotional, yeah.
Mentioning my mother, my brother, my sister, who are all passed on now, they're all gone, so just mentioning their names was very, very emotional.
The night is really you. If you had ice cream in your hand or lollipops, they would jump on it and stick on it, and you'd have to throw them over the hedge.
I couldn't really make him out, but he was very broad.
Their accents were a little bit different, a little bit more country. The way like a farmer would talk, like heavy. They were talking about like skipping and like the wildlife.
Now, for more on the Northern Irish accent, check out this playlist.